David is an interplanetary traveler, journeying from one world to another. But this time, he sets his sights on Earth, determined to keep his visit a secret. Yet, as we know, secrets like these are never easy to hide. What challenges await David on our planet? Will he survive the trials of Earth? Stay tuned as we uncover the thrilling first in this story. This is first chapter of David's extraordinary journey. Don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button to stay notified. If this video gets 500 likes and 100 comments, we'll release a new chapter every day. You'll learn English in a very simple and enjoyable way by following this exciting story. Listening can sometimes be boring, but with this story, you'll stay entertained while improving your language skills. So, please like, subscribe, and join us on this fun learning journey. Thief! Drunkard! I heard a loud scream. Then I heard someone walking on the street. David shouted, "I am not a thief. I am a teacher. I just want to make you my student." "And is it necessary to say drunkard? Can't you just say thief?" Then David remembered the principal's words, and he said to himself, "This 17th student is gone. If I still don't find a student, then I will have to pack my bags and leave for school." David was not from this world anyway. He was a librarian. He just remembered that he saw a burning fire, and he fainted. When he woke up, he saw that he had reached another world. This world is just like the world heard in stories. Martial arts are very famous here. And people give a lot of respect to martial art teachers. The strong ones rule here. This is the rule of this world. Everyone listens to him. After entering this body, he thought first he would be the stupidest student in the school, and maybe he could never impress a girl. Then suddenly he will become talented and prove people wrong, and he will live a fun life. But it seems something went wrong. He did not become a student. He accidentally got into a teacher's body. He was also the worst teacher in the school. There were so many children in the class of other teachers that there was no place to stand. There was not a single child in David's class. First of all, the children were not ready to take his class. And on top of that, these people were making him a thief and a drunkard. Some used to run away from a distance. The problem was with David, after all, because the one in whose body he had settled was the weakest teacher in the school. He did not understand anyone's talent. On top of that, he gave such a wrong advice to a student that the child's good fighting skills went bad, and the student failed. This is the same thing as if the patient went to the doctor for treatment, and because of the opposite doctor, the poor patient died. After that incident, his reputation was ruined. At the same time, everyone's abuses were also heard. The new student, David, was not even coming to his class, maybe thinking that his condition might become like that old student. Because of this, David's school record was ruined, and last year, no student came to learn anything from him. In the annual teacher exam, David's name was on the last number. The one who brought the lowest number was the first teacher of the school. That's why he was in depression. Because of depression, he tried to drink and die many times. And as soon as he died, David got a chance to use his body. As soon as the new year started, the school gave him a notice. If this year, not a single student comes to his class, then he will be expelled. Today, 17 students have passed from outside his class. Everyone used to run away as soon as they heard his name. Like small children run away from their relatives. As far as they can run, as far. One of them will have to convince to take the class. But how? He was thinking of some way to convince that a girl came to the door of his class. She looked a little scared. "Is this Johnson Sir's class?" "She looks fine. She looks from a good family. She is talking so lovingly. Johnson Sir is the best teacher of the school. In his class, there are so many children that there is no place to put their feet. Still, they are always in demand. Students come from far to take their class." David said, "Johnson Sir's class? I will take you to Johnson Sir's class." In his class, a child, David thought, "I will do something." Somehow I will make this girl my student. He started remembering all the lessons he had learned. Then, very comfortably, he sat on his chair and spoke in a different style. Do you want to become Johnson Sir's student? The girl shook her head very enthusiastically. Then David asked, Why? The girl spoke with great respect. I have heard that Johnson Sir is the best teacher of this school. All the students he has taught are intelligent, and getting admission in his class is a reward in itself. It is not necessary that what you have heard is true. Teachers are like shoes. It is not necessary that the most expensive shoe is the best for you. What is important is whether that shoe fits in your feet or not. No matter how much a teacher's demand is, no matter how good his teaching method is, if his advice does not match your technique, then you will not move forward. On the contrary, your own technique will get spoiled. Even if a teacher is not that famous, but you and his technique are the same, then you will benefit from it. You will soon correct your mistakes. And by improving your technique, you will get good marks too. Really? I have heard my elder brother say this too. The girl also paid a little attention to what David said. But then she said in confusion, But I don't know what kind of technique will suit me. David saw that the girl has just been accepted. She just has to be involved in useless things, and she has to make herself a student. Thinking this, David smiled like a thief on his face. Then he took a deep breath and said, Maybe we were destined to meet. Let's do this. I am also a teacher in this school. Seeing your ability, technique, and nature, I help you choose a good teacher. The girl shook her head with great joy and said, Really, sir? Will you help me? She did not think that a teacher who had just met her would help her so much. David looked at the girl and said, Okay, come on, now show me a sample of your technique. Yes, sir. At that moment, energy came from the girl's punch to the entire room. As the girl continued to give martial arts poses, the energy began to circulate around her. And because instead of her energy scattering, it was circulating around the girl, it is known that the girl's basic knowledge is very strong. Her energy is powerful, but hidden. Just a little more practice is needed. When the girl stopped, David shook his head with pride and said, Okay, I can see that your basic knowledge is good. And you have a lot of talent, too. And you have also worked very hard on your practice. Geniuses like you are rare these days. You just need a good teacher who can carve your technique. Like those who predict the future of the earth, he predicted. He said this very cleverly so that the listeners understand what they want to hear. And then they will be surprised to think how accurate David's words were. Especially, your legs have amazing strength. Just like an elephant standing in its place. Every pose is like a sea wave, very powerful. If you continue to work hard like this, then your future will be very good. The girl looked at David with doubt and said, Teacher, my leg is injured. The doctor said that one of my legs has become useless. David felt that his lie was caught. Injury, but he was also stubborn. Then he said, What did you think? I won't know. I knew from the first pose. I said this about the leg because they say that a new birth takes place after destruction. Because of the injury, you have got an opportunity, which no one else has. If you can take advantage of this opportunity, then your leg will become your greatest strength. Other children will be left wondering how all this happened. But they won't understand anything. Anyway, David was just making up stories. If he can make that girl his student by making up stories, then he will do the same. Now the most important thing is to somehow convince a student to join his class. The girl was happy and said, Opportunity. Sir, what opportunity? After the injury, she always felt that she would never be able to become a great martial arts player. She didn't trust herself. She didn't know that she would get such a big opportunity. David was just making up stories. Because of this opportunity, you will be successful in one go. It won't be difficult for you to get ahead among the students of your age, although she can really become the best student. Hearing this, The girl asked shyly. "What is it, sir?" David sighed and said sadly, "Although there are very few teachers who can use this opportunity properly, including me, there are only 3 such teachers. The other 2 teachers had stopped accepting students 3 years ago. That's why it's difficult for me to recommend you. They have stopped accepting students." The girl thought, something good will happen. Hearing this, she became sad. Suddenly, she remembered something and said, "They are not accepting students." "But, sir, you are accepting students, aren't you?" "Of course I am accepting students. There is just one thing. As you can see, I don't care about fame, and I don't have any useless time." Then, with a stubborn look on his face, he said, "If a student is not a real diamond, then I don't accept him. No matter what, as long as the student is talented, I give him a place in my class." Before David finished, the girl joined her hands and said, "I know, sir, you are great. Please make me your student. I will train hard, and I will never embarrass you." David was very happy. But still, with a troubled look on his face, he said, "We have met by chance. But as you can see, I like peace." The girl saw that the teacher is a little unhappy. So she said respectfully, "I will never embarrass you. I will train hard, and I will stop you only when it is necessary." David said, "I don't have many students. So compared to other teachers, I don't have much resources. And it is possible that other students will make fun of you. I had heard that resources are very important for training. How many students does the teacher have? How smart are they? By taking care of many other things, he gives resources to the school teachers. It is difficult to improve without good resources. I just said this to test you. Now, since you have already taken the decision and you are respecting me as your teacher, then it is fine. I will make you my student." He saw that the girl was moving back again. "Your identification card? So soon?"